Welcome to the season finale of Adams Cable Channel 7 High School Basketball, featuring Lackawanna League Division 4 boys action as the Mountain View Eagles visit the Forest City Foresters. Brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Carbondale, by Main Street Sunoco, Carbondale, Big Lomini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. By Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street Childs. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Construction, Carbondale. By your Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Carbondale. Your starting lineups are brought to you by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. It's time for the tip-off of Adams Cable High School Basketball between the Mountain View Eagles and the Forest City Foresters. Courtside at the Julius Brzezelski Gym with the call of today's game, here's Glenn Muskowski and Steve Young. Guys.
Welcome to Lackawanna League Division 4 Boys High School Basketball. And today from the Julius Brzezelski Gym, the Mountain View Eagles will take on the Forest City Foresters. Alongside Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick from Frankie Carl Productions Working Camera, I'm Steve Young, and it's time for the season finale of Adams Cable High School Basketball. Can you believe it? The season has moved by quickly. And tonight we will end our regular broadcast season with Mountain View and Forest City, two teams that have struggled this season. Mountain View overall, 6 wins, 15 losses. They wrapped up the first half of Division 4 play with a 2-4 record. They are 1 win and 4 losses here in second half play. And for Mike Latrella and the Forest City Foresters, overall 1 win, 20 losses. They have been in some close games. In the first half, they posted a 1-5 record. Here in second half action, they are no wins and 5 losses. So Glenn, two teams here, relatively young. The Foresters will start 2 seniors. Mountain View will start 1, and they're actually building for next year.
Absolutely, Steve. They're both young squads. Forest City, unfortunately, had a couple injuries in the beginning of the year, where they lost Noah Fedak for the season, and Vince DeLucy. He broke his hand, but he's back. So they had their problems there. They're young. They're getting better, as you'll hear when we speak to the coach Latrella, a little bit. And of course, Mountain View is basically the same way. Young team, just starting to feel their way through, and they're starting to play better. They're both looking for next year. Hopefully, I'm sure they'll both do much better as these kids get older and with more experience.
Well, this will be the third meeting between these two teams. In the Forest City Rotary Tournament back in December, it was Mountain View edging the Foresters 43-41 in overtime. And in the first half battle, it was Mountain View knocking off Forest City by the score of 60-39. We'll go to a break, and when we return, Glenn Muskowski will talk with Mountain View head coach Dave Bell after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The Total Home Packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the Total Home Packages. Cable, internet, and phone starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect, or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
Now back to the gym for more Adams Cable High School basketball.
We're here at the Julius Brzezelski Gymnasium with Mountain View head coach Dave Bell. Coach, your team seems to be very inconsistent this season. You put some numbers on the boards in some games and you win easily, but sometimes you struggle. Can you comment a little bit on your team's up and downs throughout the year?
Yeah, Glenn, we're a young team basically. 3 of my key players were JV players last year. They had to learn how to play the varsity level basketball game, which is much tougher and much faster. We've done a pretty good job of that. We're coming along and we keep improving game by game. And that's primarily the reason why we have ups and downs.
Well, there's no doubt that the experience breeds winning. That's for sure. You played Forest City twice this season. Once was a close game here, I believe, 43-41. It was a win, and the other one was a kind of a blowout, 60-39, also a win on your half. You obviously played much better in the second time. What must you do? What adjustments must you make here to continue to play the way you played that second time?
I think primarily we just have to play good, sound, fundamental basketball to win this game. We tend to be a little bit erratic shooting sometimes, especially our outside shooting. We have to make sure that we're getting our good shots, not turning the ball over. Like I said, just pretty much playing good, sound, fundamental basketball.
Pretty much getting through this early stage of these young kids, basically.
Pretty much. Like I said, we've learned through the course of the season. We've gotten much better from the beginning of the season to where we are now. Hopefully tonight we bring it to the court.
Well, let's hope your team plays well, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, Glenn.
It is Lackawanna League Division IV high school basketball between the Mountain View Eagles and the Forest City Foresters. And when we come back, Glenn Muskowski will talk with Forester head coach Mike Latrella after this timeout on Adams Cable High School basketball.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication. From the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
We're here with Mike Latrella, head coach of the Forest City Foresters. Your first season at Forest City, coach, started out on a kind of a sour note. You had a young team, but before you actually got the opportunity to get started, you lost Noah Fedak to, I guess it was an ACL injury. Yes. And then Vince DeLucy broke his hand in one of the very first games. We know Vince is back, but what's the prognosis on Noah?
Noah's doing very well. He's doing his therapy. We expect him to be able to take part in summer activities this year. So we're excited about that. He's been working on a shot a little bit, but he can't really go out and do anything with the knee. It'll take a while, but we're expecting 100% recovery on his part, and he'll be a vital part of the team next year.
I think he will, because what we saw of him last year in a few games that we did, he was a very good shooter.
Yes, he is.
And kind of a spot you're missing here, I think.
It'll help open the court for us as well. We have a lot of, like Matt Nevins, for example, does a wonderful job driving, but a lot of the teams, they'll pack it in, where if we have a shooter like him out on the wing, that would really help us out.
Always good for another weapon. You look always looking for them.
That. I think next year, though, when we have him back and I have some of the younger guys are starting to develop as well, I'm very excited about what's going to happen in Forest City's future.
That's good. Good to hear. You had a very close game against Mountain View in the first half. What must you do a little bit differently to get your team prepared for this game and hope maybe get a win here tonight?
We needed more of an identity. We flip-flopped between the different types of defenses we were playing, and now we're strictly a man-to-man defense. We're going to be pressure in your face. Hopefully our help defense will be there to help out. And the last 3 games, we played Blue Ridge the other day and only lost by 3. Last night we went up to Mount Rose and only lost by 7. They're losses, and there's really no moral victories, but I could see the progress of the team, and I think the offense starts with good defense.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of good, easy baskets coming off of good defense. Well, Coach, good luck to you tonight, and have a good one.
Thank you.
That was Glenn Muskowski with both head coaches Dave Bell for Mountain View, and of course Mike Latrella for the Forest City Foresters. And now here are your starting lineups for today's game, brought to you by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where the great winter clearance sale is now underway. Shop at Roselle and save up to 40% on all remaining winter merchandise to make way for new spring arrivals. Roselle now offers fast, reliable laundry and dry cleaning service, along with school uniforms for Carbondale area, Forest City, Lakeland, LaSalle Academy, Holy Cross, and Valley View. If you're planning a spring wedding or going to the prom, remember Roselle has the latest styles in formal wear by Sarno & Son with a perfect fit every time. Sam and the staff at Roselle Department Store in Carbondale are proud to present the starting lineup for today's game between the Forest City Foresters and the Mountain View Eagles. Now for the Mountain View Eagles, coached by Dave Bell. At guard, it is the 5'8" junior, Brandon Hahn. He is averaging 2 points a ball game. Also at guard, the 6-foot senior, Nathan Goodenow. He is averaging about 9 points a ball game. Good free throw shooter at 72%. Also at guard, the 5'8" junior, Nick Schermerhorn, averaging 10 a ball game. Derek Bradley, a 6'5" junior forward, will line up at forward, of course, averaging 8 a ball game. And also at forward, Brett Crowley. He is a 6-foot junior, averaging 10 points a ball game. Your starting five for the Forest City Foresters, brought to you by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. Alex Kresock is your point guard, a 5'10 junior, averaging 5 a ball game. Matt Nevins also at guard, the 5'11 sophomore, having a great year in double figures, averaging 14 a ball game. That is throughout the entire season, folks. Vince DeLucy at guard, the 5'9 senior. He has scored 88 points this year and a good free throw shooter. John Derenkamp lines up at forward. He's a 5'10 sophomore, averaging just about 5 a ball game. And Jesse Corti will line up at center, 6'3" senior, averaging about 3.5 points a ball game. And those are your starting lineups for today's game, made possible by your friends at the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. Proud to bring you the starting lineups all season long here on Adams Cable High School Basketball. So Glenn, the stage is set for today's ball game. The Foresters and the Eagles here at the Julius Przelski Gym.
Well, Steve, I think you're going to see Forest City give Mountain View a little bit more of a problem than they gave them up in Mountain View in the first half, because it's their home court. They have all the festivities going on here tonight. The band is here. They're pumped up. And I'll tell you what, I give Coach Latrella all the credit in the world. They're struggling a little bit, but he is optimistic, and that's the way you have to handle the situation up here like it is until you get your team ready to go and get to experience. There's not going to be nothing but work, work, work.
And now to honor America, our national anthem. The Forester Band with our national anthem, and it's time for the tip-off of Lackawanna League Division IV Boys High School Basketball, Mountain View and Forest City. So, Glenn, as you mentioned, we expect a great ball game here between these two teams. When they played in the Rotary Tournament, that game went overtime, and it was Mountain View squeaking out the win 43-41. So we'll see how they fare here tonight on the Foresters' home court.
Well, you got Forest City and nothing to lose here. They're going to come at you, as Coach says. He's going to play. They're playing man to man. They're coming into your face. So let's see what happens. Let's see how Mountain View responds to this type of defense.
Jesse Cordy at the center court circle along with Nathan Goodenow, and we are set, and Mountain View will control the tip and shoot at the basket to our right. And Mountain View will give it to Brett Crowley in the corner, and they will work the ball around the perimeter. That is Schermerhorn with the basketball, and Forest City in that in-your-face defense playing the man-to-man. Posting up, Bradley will kick it back outside, and he turns it over. Now Nevins wants to go coast to coast, and Nevins will give it up in the corner. And on the baseline, the Foresters will have to push it back outside. This is Nevins off the drive, looking for Cordy, and they throw it away, and Mountain View will bring the ball the length of the court.
That was there, but the pass was just a little bit too low. You're going to give it to the big guy inside. Can't be reaching down below his knees.
Yeah, I think he has to get us back to the basket, get that hand up.
Yep.
And it's Mountain View off the turnover to work the offense. Hom will come near side to Crowley. And Goodenow. And Hom hemmed in, and jump ball, and let's check the possession for you as they will inbound at center court.
Forest City.
Now the Foresters will have it with 1 minute gone by here in the first quarter. Glad you're with us here on Adams Cable High School Basketball for the season finale. Matt Nevins, 5'11" sophomore, to set it up. DeLucy looking. Kresak will take control. And Darren Kemp gives it up. And the Foresters pretty patient offensively with DeLucy going inside, underneath, and the bucket is good. John Darrenkamp with the first basket of the ball game, and the Foresters draw first blood. They have a 2-0 lead.
Forest City was very, very patient on that series. That was excellent ball movement, excellent movement without the ball, and they resulted in an easy layup.
Bradley missed, and Mountain View keeps it going, and they will reset the offense with Schermerhorn, the 5'8" junior, in double figures, averaging about 10 on the season. And with the Foresters leading 2-0 and 2 minutes gone by, Mountain View will push it back outside. Schermerhorn with an open look and knocks it down.
That's a three.
3-2 ball game. Mountain View with 5:51 to play first quarter. Nevins with the right-hand dribble guarded by Hom. Nevins will push it outside. And the Foresters go to work, and they turn it over. Here comes Goodenow, and the 6-foot senior on the right side to Bradley. Good movement by the offense, and from the top of the key, shot won't fall for Goodenow, and it's rebounded by DeLucy. And Nevins on the run, wants to go coast to coast. DeLucy from downtown. Didn't get the roll, bouncing around, and Mountain View has the rebound as Hom will collect the carom. 3-2, Mountain View your leader as we near 5 to play first quarter. Crowley off the drive, good defense by the Foresters.
Perfect help defense from the weak side.
Here's DeLucy off the interception, and DeLucy will dribble away from traffic, and Nevins, the playmaker, will set it up. It's a 3-2 Mountain View lead, and DeLucy in traffic works it back outside. Kresak drive, little scoop shot.
Oh, nice shot.
How about that? And the Foresters have a 1-point advantage, 4-3.
We know a lot about scoop shots.
Oh, yes.
That was a beauty. Nice, strong move.
Schermerhorn, little bounce pass. Bradley, double team. They'll give it back up to Schermerhorn. And Mountain View going to work. Good drive by Crowley, putting it up. Off the fingertips of Crowley. Let's check that. The Foresters did knock it out of bounds. So as Mountain View trails by 1, 4-3, they will inbound the basketball.
We're looking pretty good here defensively on both sides of the court. So this should be a beauty, Steve.
Derek Bradley with an open look.
Oh,
knocks it down.
It's not. You could be there, but you have to get that hand up.
5-4, the Eagles with 3:59 on the clock here in the first. Matt Nevins works the Forester offense. And he'll push it back outside to Kresak. And Alex Kresak drives, gives it up. And from the corner, Outside shot by Darren Camp misses, and we have a foul, I believe, called on Mountain View. Nick Schermerhorn will be called for his first personal foul.
A little push in the back.
And the team's first.
Just a little love tap, that's all that was.
And sometimes that happens. And
Watch the
Foresters
shooter.
by
Watch
one,
the shooter.
5-4. Good defense as that ball was tipped by Nathan Goodenow.
No,
Let's check it. The Foresters. No, the Foresters turn it over, so they trail 5-4. And Mountain View will bring the ball the length of the court. Mountain View is averaging about 47 points offensively while giving up 58. Foresters putting up 43 while allowing 64. Derek Bradley over to Hahn. Left wing, and they'll reset the offense. Nathan Goodenow gives it up, and here is Hahn pulling up with the baseline shot. It rims out. Put back by Bradley, good.
Nice strong rebound by Bradley and put back.
7-4, Mountain View coming down the lane. Nevins loses it. DeLucy battles for it. Timeout call by the Foresters. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to play first quarter. Mountain View leads it 7-4 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Now back to more action with Glenn and Steve on Adams Cable High School basketball.
After the timeout, the Foresters will inbound the basketball, trailing 7-4 with 3 minutes to play first quarter. Kresak pulls up with the shot and nails it.
Well, if you can't do anything else with it, shoot it.
Sure. Only a couple of things can happen, right?
It can go in or it won't go in.
Or you can get the ball back, right? Possibly off the rebound. And here's a jump shot by Brett Crowley. And the Eagles now lead by 3, 9-6. Nevins will work the Forester offense. DeLucy takes control. Down the lane he goes. Kind of a poor percentage shot. He was in a lot of traffic. And Crowley with the layup misses. Outlet pass to DeLucy. He'll wait for his offense to get across midcourt as they trail by 3.
I like to see Forest City go right back into that set that they had to start the opening time they had the ball. It was a nice movement of the ball.
Turnover by Nevins.
No, you don't see that. You don't see that call too often anymore. Carrying the ball, very seldom.
Well, we'll see if Mountain View can take advantage of the Forester turnover. And Schermerhorn pivots, gives it up to Bradley. Bradley, 6'5", Glenn, in there, and off the drive. This is Schermerhorn. That was before the the basket.
That was a good foul because he was wide open. He was ready to go right to the basket there.
Personal foul called on Alex Kresak, his first and the team's first. 9-6 your score, Mountain View. Crowley to inbound the basketball. And they'll work it back outside. And this will be an outside shot by Crowley off the iron, rebounded by Mitchell Blake. Down to DeLucy, and he hooks it in with a left hand.
Nicely. That's the way to use that left hand.
It's a 1-point ball game. Mountain View by 1, 9-8 as we near 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Pulling up with the outside shot that wouldn't fall was Mountain View, and now the Foresters with an opportunity to take the lead. We'll see what the strategy will be here by Mike Latrella. Minute 10 on the clock, and we'll see if the Foresters will post up Cordy or will they try to work some time off the clock and break somebody open going to the basket.
Well, they have to keep the ball moving.
Evans pulls up with the jumper, wide open, and the Foresters have a 10-9 advantage.
I like his shot. He shoots the ball very well. He's a good penetrator.
Beautiful pass. Hong kicking it back outside. Schermerhorn misfires. Bradley collects the carom and the putback. Bradley scores for Mountain View, and they have an 11-10 lead with 30 seconds to play.
Now you play for one.
Nevins at the center court circle. DeLucy with 21 on the clock. Kresak pulls up, short jumper, and the foul by the Eagles.
Well, that's 2 mistakes. He let the guy get by him, and then when he did, he pushed him from behind. So now you have an opportunity for 2 easy shots here.
Second personal foul on Nick Schermerhorn, and the second team foul. Kresak on the stripe, a 30% free throw shooter. Way off the mark on this one. And the 5'10 junior point guard will try to find his form from the free throw line with 17 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And this one is good. Rattled in and out and dropped in, and we're tied at 11. Final 13 seconds of quarter number 1 here at the Julius Przowski Gym. Hom to Bradley. 6 on the clock. Hom off the drive. Will hook it on the left side. Good now. Back out. This will be a shot at the buzzer that won't fall for Mountain View. And that brings an end to the first quarter of play here at the Julius Przowski Gym. Mountain View and the Foresters tied at 11 here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
More than anything else, beautiful carpeting installed by Tom's Floor Shop in Childs will make your house a home. Pay a visit to Tom's Floor Shop and experience the feel of deep, rich luxury, the drama of radiant color, and the timeless beauty, the comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of linoleum, ceramic tile, exotic hardwood floors, and window treatments with attractive patterns and a truly amazing array of colors on display in their showroom. At Tom's Floor Shop, there is no sacrifice of style, quality, or performance. All roads lead to where great floors begin. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs.
Here's Glenn and Steve with more Channel 7 High School Basketball.
As the Forester Band entertains here at the end of the first quarter of play, and we're tied at 11, the Eagles and the Foresters here on Channel 7.
And not a bad first quarter. Good, solid defense. Couple turnovers, not many. 4 for Forest City, 2 for Mountain View. But again, a nice, solid game played. So this looks like it could be a good one here, Steve.
Yeah, pretty good defense between these two teams in that first quarter. That was good to see as Brandon Hom will work the Mountain View offense. Stop the dribble, Glenn, and sometimes that's how you get in trouble.
You can't stop there. That's not the spot to stop.
Hom on the left wing. And it will be Chad Westcott in the ballgame, wearing number 13 for the Eagles. Good now, almost lost it. Nevins all over him.
Oh, he is.
Oh, boy, and Mountain View will work it back outside. They'll give it up, and Westcott will push it back outside. And a foul.
Yeah, that was a reach by Nevins. Yeah, it's too obvious, that one. He had him played well, too. No reason why he had to reach in there.
First personal on Matt Nevins, and the second team foul. Mountain View on the inbound as Crowley will put the ball in play. We're tied at 11 with just about 1 minute gone by here in the second quarter. Glad to have you with us on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
There are steps.
And a turnover. So now an opportunity for the Foresters. We'll see if they can take advantage of that turnover. And Matt Nevins, 5'11" sophomore.
It seems like they're standing around a little bit more than they did when they first started out. They got to move the basketball, not with the dribble alone.
Nice shot by Alex Kresak. Put back one and fall by Pat Coles. Kresak gets it back. He'll kick it outside to DeLucy. Off the drive. Got the roll. And the foul. 13-11 Forest City with 6:48 remaining in the first half. Derek Bradley called for the personal foul and a timeout called on the court. 13-11, the Foresters here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional services. Lawrence A. Gabriel and Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr. Take this opportunity to send best wishes to our area teams.
Now back to more action with Glenn and Steve on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
13-11, the Foresters lead the Mountain View Eagles. 6:48 remaining first half. It is also senior night here at the Forest Julius Przelski Gym. Kylie Borick was honored along with Morgan Saul, Vince DeLucy, and Jesse Corti. Only 4 players.
A handful of players, that's it, which is good for next year's teams, both girls and boys, for Forest City.
And they were honored between games here as the junior varsity contest went to the went to the Foresters 39-30. And Vince DeLucy, a 65% free throw shooter on the stripe for the Foresters. He has converted on 13 of 20 attempts. And now the Foresters have a 14-11 advantage.
You think with Schimmerhorn with 2 fouls, that's going to hurt Mountain View, I think, a little bit. He seems to be the general out there on the floor.
Chad Westcott off the miss, works it back outside, and Nathan Goodnow will give it up. Bradley goes cross court. And Westcott in some traffic. Haum off the drive. Nice move to the basket.
Nice strong move. Yep.
Mountain View now trails 14-13. Nevin.
You see, they got to get a screen. Got to get a better screen out there.
And the Foresters will go to work. Kresak with a baseline shot that's good. 16-13. So close game thus far between the Eagles and the Foresters as Crowley hemmed in on that left side. Bradley nowhere to go. And this will be Brendan Haum with the outside shot. Following it up to keep it going. And Nathan Goodnow, no good.
It's the old follow your shot advice that nobody ever takes heed to anymore in this game, it seems like. So when you do, then good things happen.
John Derenkamp driving the baseline, lost it, and the Foresters turn it over, leading by 3. Like to thank Athletic Director Brian Durkin for having us here, and of course Ken Smith on the maintenance crew had us all set up when we arrived here. And off the turnaround, Derek Bradley scores, and the lead is now down to 1 as Mountain View trails 16-15. Nevins pulls up and misfires, and Westcott collects the carom.
Well, if they're going to throw that ball into Derek Bradley on that low post, Forest City's going to need a little bit more help from the weak side.
This was Westcott trying to take it to the hoop, and Kresak comes out with it. Down court they go, and the Foresters will set it up with Nevins to work the offense. Well, one thing I do know.
Oh, good crossover.
And this will be a baseline shot. That is good by Derenkamp. And the Forester lead is back to 3, 18-15. I know one thing for sure. Dave Bell is a tall guy. Because when I was standing next to him during the interview, Glenn, he is 6'7", and that's when I realized I'm really short.
Well, now we have to discuss this. Is he tall or are you short?
No, he's tall. He's all of 6'7". There's no doubt about that as the Foresters turn it over. And Mike Latrella has broad shoulders because we are in the corner. Right now, when you're looking at Westcott, we are just behind him in the corner. So we're looking down the length of the court. And at times, players disappear in that left corner of your screen. And this will be an outside shot by Nevins for 3 off the mark. And with the Foresters leading 18-15, Mountain View will go to work in its half-court set. Here's Haum looking for Bradley.
Wow. Right through his hands, huh?
Yeah.
I think so.
Mountain View will put the ball in play with Westcott to inbound.
I think the team in blue got caught a break there.
Good now will go to Bradley. And Bradley gives it up. Now Bradley had it rejected by Cordy. That was great defense.
That was terrific defense.
Pat Coles collected the carom.
You can't turn into him with the shooting hand. You got to turn the other way.
Well, that's one of those fundamentals that will have to be worked on in the offseason. And Nevins puts on the brakes. Kresak will take it to the hoop. No, he wants to give it up. And the Foresters throw it away. Got a little bit out of control on that set, Glenn.
Yeah, that was a tough pass to handle. He was very close to his teammate when the ball came flying through there. Can't get your hands up fast enough.
18-15, Foresters. Under 3 to play in the first half. Schermerhorn.
Well, he's back in the game here. You got to be careful now. With 2, you get 3 in the first half. Your game in the second half is restricted quite a bit.
Here is another rejection. Cordy with another one and going to the basket. And scoring was Brett Crowley. And Mountain View now trails by 1, 18-17. Here is Nevins losing it. Cordy has it rejected on the other side by Bradley.
There you go. One
right
good turn deserves
right?
another. That's all right. Boy, that's good. That's good hustle both ways.
Now the Foresters on the inbound. Nevins works it out to Kresak. And around the perimeter they will go. Coles getting it into Cordy, posting up. He's triple teamed.
No.
They'll have to push it back outside. This is a good ball game, Glenn.
Let's see. Now watch. That's Forest City standing around too much now. One guy trying to dribble through all the time. And then they're forcing that pass inside.
Kresak off the steal, hooks it up, air ball. Westcott has it, and Chad Westcott goes cross court. And with Mountain View trailing 18-17, here's an opportunity for them to take the lead. Schermerhorn gives it up. Westcott off the switch. And Schermerhorn. Crowley. Bradley posting up. Beautiful flip to Crowley.
Stepped out of bounds. Referee didn't see it.
And this is Bradley going up, and he draws the foul.
Bradley's working hard in there.
He sure is. At 6'5", he's battling under the basket. And he will go to the stripe.
And his numbers show it. 3 offensive rebounds, 4 total, and 8 points. And going to the line for 2.
And we have a personal foul called on Adam Kovaleski. Number 25 for the Foresters. It's his first and the team's third, and a timeout called. 18-17, the Foresters here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
If you're planning a construction project, you can rely on Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. They specialize in residential and commercial excavating, paving and demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Construction will deliver sand, stone, fill, topsoil, and mulch. Nick's appreciates your business and looks forward to serving you with his quality workmanship. For your next project, call Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale.
Now back to the gym for more Adams Cable High School basketball.
Timeout was called with 1:26 to play in the first half, and the Foresters leading by 1, 18-17. And Derek Bradley on the stripe for the Eagles, a 70% free throw shooter. And we're tied at 18. And the Foresters now with Matt Nevins to set it up. And Pat Coles will work it back to Nevins. And Glenn, right here, you're tied at 18. What do you do in this situation?
Well, you look for a good shot. Now, that's a good shot. There's nothing wrong with that one.
Cordy with the rebound off the miss by Kresak. Didn't get the roll. Cordy battling. Ball knocked away off the fingertips of Cordy. And Mountain View will have the possession with 57 seconds to play in the first half. So now Mountain View will go to work.
Same thing. Be patient here. Nowhere to go there.
And
see you get stuck
throw it
there.
away. Coles into the hands of Nevins on the break. Nevins almost lost it. Nevins will pull up for three. Got it. 21-18 on a three-point bomb by Matt Nevins. The Foresters have the lead with 28 seconds on the clock. And Schermerhorn to Crowley. Crowley needs help. Bradley posting up. Nice move by Bradley.
Good move.
A little bit too heavy on the shot. Good rebound. And the putback bucket's good and the foul.
No boxing out there. Bradley got the rebound, got the score. Ties the game. Could tie the game up.
21-20, the Foresters with 12 seconds to play in the half. Derek Bradley is on the stripe for Mountain View. 6'5" junior forward. On the season through 21 games, he is shooting at 70%.
That's an excellent percentage for high school.
And we're tied at 21. Mountain View and the Foresters. Nevins with 5 on the clock. Out they go. Pat Coles. Nevins, 2 on the clock. He has to shoot. Didn't get it. And both teams will go to the locker room here at the Julius Przelski Gym, tied at 21 here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The Total Home Packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the Total Home Packages. Cable, internet, and phone starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale. You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
We are back at the Julius Przelski Gym here at Forest City High School. Glad you're with us here on Adams Cable High School Basketball as the Mountain View Eagles and the Foresters are deadlocked at 21 apiece. And while we have the opportunity, I would like to thank everyone at Adams Cable for making this so easy to do. I mean, they are so great to work with. Thanks to technical director Gary Rixner. He gets everything set up for our audio end. All of their technicians are great. They're always right on top of things. So, Gary, thank you very much for all of your help and all of the efforts of your staff throughout the season. To Stephanie Shockey, Marketing Director. Stephanie, thank you so much for all of your help. And, of course, Wendy down there, the General Manager, Wendy Hartman. We thank you so much. Without their help, these games would not be here on Channel 7. Very, very great people, great to work with, truly professional. And, Glenn, we really enjoy the broadcasting for them here on Channel 7.
You can't say enough, Steve. I went in there to, obviously, I had to pay my bill this month, so I came in there this morning, and everybody's up there very early in the morning. They greet you with a big smile down there, and they're just wonderful down there. There's no question about it. And to let you do this the way, and the help that they give you, it's outstanding. No, it certainly is.
So while we had the opportunity, we have to thank everyone and anyone who had a hand in the broadcast down at the cable company. Thank you so very much. Third quarter action is coming up, Glenn, and what do you look for from both teams as they have both played pretty good defense here tonight?
I suspect we'll see the same type of defense, the overplay man-to-man. But I would hope that the Forest City finds a way to keep for them to win the game. They're going to have to keep Bradley off the boards. They're going to have to give him get some help down, double team him down on the block, because once he gets in the block, he's pretty dangerous down there. And of course, Forest City, they're moving the basketball very well in offense, but they do have 10 turnovers. They've got to cut that down. They had a 3-4 point lead there, and 2 turnovers, boom, their game is tied. You know, it's easy. You don't get a chance. I used to have an old coach. His name was Al Washaleski. God bless him. He passed away a few years ago. He used to say, you throw the ball away, it's a 4-point swing. 2 that you didn't get, and 2 that they can get. Now it could be 3 with the 3-pointer. But it was it made a lot of sense to me. Those turnovers are big.
21-21 as the Foresters will go to work in their half-court set. Kresak and DeLucy to set it up. And Nevins will launch the shot and nails it.
Well, I'll tell you, Nevins is a good shooter if he's set up and if he's ready to go. But they don't want to force the ball.
24-21. Loose ball. Here comes Nevins on the break. Beautiful no-look pass to Kresak. Couldn't get it to fall. Kresak went down pretty hard, but he seems to be okay. And the Foresters turn it over on the fast break. And Schermerhorn will set it up. Look in the lane to Bradley, and they turn it over. Kresak on the break. Nevins with the layup. And the Foresters come out of the locker room hitting on all cylinders, and they lead Mountain View 26-21 here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Here's Glenn and Steve with more Channel 7 High School Basketball.
26-21, Foresters on a run coming out of the locker room at halftime. A timeout was called with 7:13 to play here in the third. I believe by Dave Bell to talk things over, Glenn.
Good timeout. You don't want Forest City to go on a quick 8-10 point run and then you play catch up the whole quarter. It's a good timeout. Get his team settled down and go back to work.
Well, Glenn, you know, Dave Bell served as junior varsity coach for Mountain View prior to becoming the varsity head coach. Also coached at the junior high level at Blue Ridge for a couple of years, and no stranger to basketball, as we'll tell you about him in just a moment, as Brett Crowley scores from in the lane to make it 26-23. He was a member of Hofstra University's men's basketball team from 1969 to 72, and he put up a career 1,330 points in 75 games.
Wow.
As this is an outside jump shot by Nevins that won't fall, and the Mountain View Eagles collect the carom, averaged about 17, 18 points a ball game. Each year he led his team in points as Schermerhorn takes it to the basket, and the Forester lead is down to 1 point, 26-25.
Two solid times down the floor, two solid plays, and two easy baskets. That's what you got to do. You can't get sloppy with the basketball.
DeLucy out to Kresak, and Kresak dishes off. Cordy goes up with the shot and draws the foul. Dave Bell is also 8th on the all-time rebounding list with 797 and about 6th in field goal percentage with a .584 mark. So he's no stranger to basketball, loves the game, Glenn, and worked in law enforcement before his retirement in 2005, and said that he's really enjoying retirement, and when this opportunity came up, it was great for him to get back into the game, and he's enjoying every minute of it as Jesse Cordy scores to make it a 2-point game. Forester's 27-25.
Well, those credentials are pretty good for anyone.
Sure.
Never mind. Wow, that's outstanding.
And the second shot rattles in for Cordy.
And does it say where he played his high school basketball?
Not really. Don't have that information, Glenn, but boy.
Just wondering if he was local or not.
And off the drive, I believe we have a foul as Crowley was driving the baseline. I believe it's on John Derenkamp. Well, Pat Coles will get whistled for the personal. His first and the team's first. Mountain View on the inbound. Schermerhorn will take the inbound pass.
Comes the screen.
Goodenow will fire it up. Air ball and right into the hands of Coles. Here come the Foresters on the break. They want to take it right to the hoop, and Nevins lost it.
Yeah, a little out of control there.
Well, sometimes you either have to take it right to the hoop, Glenn,
yes,
put it up.
Question. You know, if you get to that point, it's got to go up, or you got to dump it off to someone that's open on the other side. If there's no one there, you just got to go up and hope for the best.
28-25.
He's never got the handle of that one.
The Foresters, Hom with the basketball for Mountain View. Crowley had it tipped away, and Nevins comes up with the steal. And now a whistle and a foul on the Mountain View Eagles. Nathan Goodenow called for the personal foul, his first and the team's second. 5:20 to play here in the third quarter, and the Foresters lead it by the score of 28-25. Now Forest City having some trouble getting it in, and Nevins almost lost it.
Well, again, a real hard pass from close range. That's a tough pass to handle.
Nevins off the drive, a little bit short.
I think he was a half a step short going to the basket that time.
Yeah, I think the footwork just wasn't working that time. And going to the basket, Mountain View will kick it back outside. This is Schermerhorn to Bradley. He'll launch the shot, and it rims out. Kresak with the rebound. In transition, Coles, and this is DeLucy with an open look. He misfires. Schermerhorn has the carom for the Mountain View Eagles. Schermerhorn on the left wing as the Eagles are down 28-25, and there's a great drive by Brendan Hom, the 5'8 junior guard, and he scores, and the lead is down to 28-27.
He has a quick first step.
Nevins off the mark with the jump shot. Cordy with the rebound. He forces it up, didn't get it to fall, and Bradley wins the battle under the basket. Schermerhorn gives it up. Crowley stopped the dribble, and Schermerhorn now will work the basket. Basketball and from the outside. Hom with the three-point attempt misfires. Nevins collects the carom. Down to DeLucy. DeLucy giving it up, looking for Kresak. They turn it over.
That's a bad pass there. Again, down at the feet. Those are tough to handle.
28-27, the Foresters clinging to the lead. And this is Derek Bradley knocking down the shot. Now the Mountain View Eagles have the lead, 29-28. Nevins will give it up, and Pat Coles looking for Cordy, and Cordy keeps it alive for the Foresters.
Good timeout by Coach Latrell that time.
3:16 remaining in the third. Mountain View leads at 29-28 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
More than anything else, beautiful carpeting installed by Tom's Floor Shop in Childs will make your house a home. Pay a visit to Tom's Floor Shop and experience the feel of deep, rich luxury, the drama of radiant color, and the timeless beauty, the comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of linoleum, ceramic tile, exotic hardwood floors, and window treatments with attractive patterns and a truly amazing array of colors on display in their showroom. At Tom's Floor Shop, there is no sacrifice of style, quality, or performance. All roads lead to where great floors begin. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
3:16 to play. Third quarter, Mountain View up by 1, 29-28. So in this third quarter, the Foresters came out with the momentum. They took the lead, and then Mountain View came right back, and a timeout was called by head coach Mike Latrella.
Yeah, they got Forest City. Well, I should say Mountain View, first of all, came out, was a little sloppy with the ball. Then it turned over, and Forest City got a little sloppy with the ball. So now we're right back almost to an even game. Both had their runs.
Nevins wide open and nails a jumper. 30-29, the Foresters. So they're trading leads back and forth here at the Julius Przelski gym.
You give Matt Nevins some time. He's deadly.
And Shermer Horn driving the baseline, going to the hoop. Shermer Horn, the 5'8 junior guard, averaging about 10 a ball game. Basket is good, I believe. Let's check this. Basket's good, 31-30.
Foul on Darrenkamp.
John Darrenkamp whistled for his first personal foul, team's second. Shermer Horn on the stripe for the Mountain View Eagles, shooting at 67% from the free throw line. Mountain View as a team shooting at 62%. And the lead is 2 now for the Eagles, 32-30. Nevins and Brandon Halm will battle it out at the center court circle. Now, right now, Nevins will call out the play. There's a screen.
Yep.
Nevins will have to give it up, and the Foresters will work it around the perimeter. And from the outside, that shot is good by Adam Kovalevsky. He's a freshman forward, and it's 33-32, the Foresters. Shermer Horn giving it up. And off the turnaround, the bucket is good by Derek Bradley.
Yeah, he's too tough down there for one-hand man to handle.
34-33 as Mountain View regains the lead. Nearing 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Kovalevsky from the outside misfires. Crowley collects the carom. Crowley coast to coast, going up with the shot off the glass, no good. Players battling for it, and Shermer Horn comes out of the pack with it. Halm pulls up, 15-footer, no good in the foul. Well, good crowd on hand here tonight.
Nice crowd for Forest City, yes.
Kresak whistled for his second personal foul and the team's third. Brandon Halm on the stripe, has struggled this year from the charity stripe. 5'8 junior guard. And this time rattles it in. 35-33, Mountain View. Now, regular season will come to an end here tonight, Glenn. Can you believe how quick it went by as Brandon Halm knocks down two, 36-33. A little bit of pressure now put on Matt Nevins by Brandon Halm. That's been a great battle out there tonight. Little pull up, rattles in and out. Bradley collects the carom. Good now. Will bounce pass it back to Shermer Horn. Buck and a half on the clock, third quarter. He'll go cross court. Good now. And this is Bradley off the drive. 38-33, Bradley with a good move to the hoop. And as we near 1 minute to play in the third quarter, Kovaleski and Nevins. Boy, that is going to be a good 1-2 combination, Glenn, coming up next year. You could see that. Kovaleski, only a freshman, and Kresak driving, fouled on the play.
Well, and then they have Noah Fedak coming back. And,
so a good nucleus of young players coming up.
For both teams.
Yes. We talked about this before going on the air, Glenn, that this is going to be a great game next year. But look what we have here tonight, 38-33. It's been a close game throughout just about 3 quarters.
A lot of hustle out there. Some mistakes.
Kresak is a 30% free throw shooter for the Foresters. Makes it 38-34 as the Foresters trail. Foresters from the stripe as a team shooting at 52% this season. And off the miss by Kresak, Bradley has the rebound. Schermerhorn and good now. And Mountain View with Haum looking to give it up. Boy, Haum hit the deck.
Must have tripped over the line. Certainly nobody hit him.
Well, sometimes the footwork gets a little bit out of sync. And now with Mountain View leading 38-34, Schermerhorn and company will be patient offensively. Using a lot of precious time off the clock here in the third quarter. Down to 15 seconds. Haum drives, lays it up. Basket's good.
Wow, he is quick.
Great first step to the basket, Glenn. How about that?
He's one step, and he's gone by him.
40-34, and Brandon Haum, 5'8 junior, on the stripe for Mountain View. Kresak checks out. Vince DeLucy checks into the Forester lineup. Here's Brandon Haum. Third personal foul on Alex Kresak. Fourth team foul for the Foresters. This shot is off the mark. Nevins with the rebound. 9 seconds to play, third quarter. Nevins takes a look at the clock. DeLucy, somebody's going to have to shoot. Ball's loose, 2 seconds from half court. Good shot, but it didn't drop. And at the end of 3, Mountain View has a 40-34 lead over the Foresters here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional services. Lawrence A. Gabriel and Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr. take this opportunity to send best wishes to our area teams.
Now back to more action with Glenn and Steve on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Set for the fourth quarter of play here at the Julius Przelski Gym, and Mountain View has a 40-34 lead over the Forest City Foresters. While we have the opportunity, thanks to all of these great people for making high school basketball possible here on 7. Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center of Carbondale. Thanks to Tony, Mike, and Jeff. By your friends at Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale. Big Lamini Drugstore in Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. A big thanks to Mike Mancuso, to Ron and Tommy down at Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street in Childs. Thank you for your support. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. Nick has been very busy this winter with a lot of different projects, plowing and everything going on. Nick, thank you so much for your support. And, of course, by your Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, Glenn Garth and the staff, very knowledgeable. Stop in to see them for anything you need for your automobile. And, of course, to Sam Kalura at the Roselle Department Store, proud sponsor of the starting lineups all season here on Channel 7. Thanks to all of those great people for making these broadcasts possible. Haum drives, puts it up, it won't fall. And off the follow-up, misses by Bradley. And here comes Nevins with the basketball for the Foresters coming across midcourt. He draws the foul.
Well, I like the way Mountain View moves their offense, that sequence. They moved the ball, they moved without the ball, and they kept the Forest City's defense on the go, and they missed an easy shot underneath there, but that's what you have to do. And with the lead, you kill some time every time you get the ball.
Well, Mountain View had a big third quarter, outscoring the Foresters 19-13. They lead it 40-34. Cordy in the lane, kicks it back outside. DeLucy loses it. Now Nathan Goodenow will slow it down and give it up to Schermerhorn. Schermerhorn with a body twisting shot off the drive. Basket's good and the foul.
That looked like one of Larry Bird's shots.
That was fantastic. And we have a technical also, Glenn. Somebody said something under the basket.
I think Mr. DeLucy might have said something. All right. Oh, foul on him. Okay. Now the story starts to unfold.
Well, you have to keep your composure, Glenn, and that will, when you're young, sometimes that happens. But Mike Latrella will address that, and of course, that will be one of the issues they will work on.
Cannot.
Schermerhorn on the stripe. Scores to make it 43-34.
Now they'll have two foul shots, and they'll get the ball, and this could break this game wide open. Well, it could break it wide open.
Nick Schermerhorn, good free throw shooter at 67%. With Mountain View leading 44-34. Now let's check it now as he moves. I think we have Nathan Goodenow on the stripe. Yes. 44-34. A little bit too heavy on the next one. And a timeout is called by Mike Latrella.
I thought he called another technical when he went like that. Wow.
That's a timeout, fortunately. 6:44 left to play in the fourth on Adams Cable High School basketball.
If you're planning a construction project, you can rely on Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale. They specialize in residential and commercial excavating, paving and demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Construction will deliver sand, stone, fill, topsoil, and mulch. Nick's appreciates your business and looks forward to serving you with his quality workmanship. For your next project, call Nick's Excavating and Construction of Carbondale.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
6:44 remaining fourth quarter. The lead is 10 for the Eagles, 44-34, and they will get the basketball also, Glenn. So,
well, if they hit a 2 here, it's a 6-point turnaround. If they hit a 3, it's a 7-point turnaround. That's why you have to keep your composure.
So the Mountain View Eagles, they are on a 4-game slide right now. And with play stopped right here, I don't know if they have trouble with the book or what's happening.
I think they're looking for, I think the scorer's table is looking for a clarification on something.
And Brett Crowley will inbound at center court.
You have 6:44 if you're Forest City. You're down 10. You got to make a big, this is a big stop here.
Schermerhorn right to the basket. Misfires. There is Bradley putting up the shot. Getting his own rebound again. It won't fall. Guess who comes out of the pack with it? Nevins on the run. Cut off by Brandon Hom.
Now, Forest City's got to take their time, get back into this game, basket at a time. Basket and a stop, basket and a stop.
Nevins in traffic. From the outside. Shot is off the mark by Kovaleski. Hell, if you're the Foresters, Glenn, you still have plenty of time.
Oh, there's more than enough time. But if you got to play it down on this end of the floor now, you got to make stops. and make sure you get some like rebounds. No offensive rebounds for them.
Bradley going up with the shot, draws the foul.
I
know for Mike Latrella, this was a concern, the inside game of Bradley and company for Mountain View.
And they have yet to find a way to stop him.
Derek Bradley takes a walk to the charity stripe, a 70% free throw shooter, 6'5" junior. 44-34 as Bradley will have another free throw toss on the way. And it's 45-34. Now the Foresters have some work to do as Nevins will look to give it up. Coles, left side, Kovaleski misfires. Rebound, Krisak loses it. Kind of lost his balance, and now Mountain View throws it away. That doesn't make Dave Bell too happy, as he will, leading 45-34. You want to take care of the basketball a little bit better.
Yeah, run 30 seconds off the clock. You're up 11, run 30 seconds off the clock every time you come down the floor.
Nevins will look to take the inbound pass. They're having trouble getting it in. And as we near 5 minutes remaining in the fourth, Nevins will pull up, and this is an air ball that goes out of bounds. Nobody was there.
That was a forced shot. That's trying to do too much. To keep the ball moving, get your players get the other players in the flow of the game here.
Now Mountain View with Schermerhorn and Bradley. Now right here, Glenn, this is where you could be a little bit more deliberate with the lead. Work for a high percentage shot. 45-34, the Eagles. And going up with the shot was Derek Bradley, and he draws the foul.
He is having one heck of a game for himself, I'll tell you.
Boy, once he gets untracked, 6'5", junior, banging under the boards. Second personal foul on Jesse Cordy. 8th team foul for the Foresters. Mountain View in the bonus as Bradley with the right-hand flip converts to make it 46-34. Kovaleski checks out of the Forester lineup. Darren Camp is back in. And Bradley got the shooter's roll. It drops in 47-34. Now Krisak driving, lost it.
Bradley has 21 points to this at this point. He has 13 rebounds.
What a night.
And 7 of them are offensive. And he has about 3 block shots. I'd say that's a good week's work.
That is an outstanding night. Nevins losing the ball. Here he comes. Nevins with an open look. Wow, nails the shot, and that's a three-pointer. Lead is down to 10 for Mountain View, 47-37. Hom will kick it back outside, and Bradley and Schermerhorn will set it up. So, Glenn, right here, you're up by 10. This is where you've got to take a little bit of time off the clock.
Yeah, but you still have to run your stuff.
Run your sets.
Yeah, you still have to run your stuff, and you got to look for the good shots. That's all. Just be patient.
Now Nevins cross midcourt, and Nevins shouts out the play, drives, basket's good, and the foul. Wow, he just went in between a couple of defenders, took it right to the hoop. It's 47-39. He can narrow the deficit to 7 points with a free throw right here.
He's putting his whole team on his shoulders now.
Matt Nevins, a 58% free throw shooter for the Foresters on the stripe.
Well, you got to make those. Those are the ones that kill you down the end.
Bradley with a big rebound, and Schermerhorn with 3:50 remaining in the fourth. And the Eagles leading at 47-39. Now Hom and company. As the Mountain View Eagles almost lose it. Ball's loose, they pick it back up. Crowley will kick it back out to Bradley, and they will fire up a long three-pointer. Goes out of bounds, and Mountain View loses it with 3:19 remaining in the fourth.
They can cut the deficit. They can cut the deficit to 6 or 5 here.
Nevins fires up the shot.
Now you get a little slow. Getting a little sloppy now. Can't do it all by yourself. You have to get everybody involved there because people are going to be standing around watching you. Now I understand that what he's trying to do. He's trying to bring this team back, right? But you got to stay within your focus of what you've been trying to do all game and get your offense moving.
So we'll keep it right here for the timeout with Mountain View leading 47-39 with 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in fourth quarter action. And Glenn, the playoffs are going to be starting very, very soon.
Well, Steve, there's
final game of the regular season here tonight.
There's going to be a playoff game. They're telling me Friday. Mid-Valley has already locked up a tie for the second half in AA. Now, I believe today it's Holy Cross playing Riverside, and the winner of that game will tie Mid-Valley for the second half. Am I correct on that? Holy Cross at Riverside. Okay.
You got it.
So that's no easy task for Holy Cross to go down to Riverside. That is a difficult place to play down there. Now, if Riverside can beat Holy Cross, that eliminates them from the second half. That puts Mid-Valley and Riverside in a playoff game Friday night. Hey, that sounds like a good Carbondale gym game. I love this time of the year.
Oh, this is great.
I love to go to these games. I travel all over Northeast Pennsylvania. My wife we go in a car, away we go. She loves to go watch the kids play also.
And Schermerhorn with 2:55 in the fourth. There's Bradley posting up, spin move. They hacked him under the basket.
No shot at them. You've got to come and double team him. There's no question. I don't think John Derenkamp is tall enough to stop him.
Jesse Cordy called for the personal foul, his third, team's ninth. And Derek Bradley having a great night for the Mountain View Eagles on the charity stripe. And Cordy collects the carom. Here's Nevins with the pull-up. A little bit short. They have to wonder, Glenn, is Nevins getting a little bit tired?
Well, he could be,
his
too.
Shots are a little bit
he's
short.
He's kind of short-arming everything now.
Schermerhorn. He'll give it up with Mountain View leading at 47-39.
That looked like a carry. You can't put your hand under the ball and take it behind your back and then continue your dribble. Oh, they are trying to hold the ball. They are trying to hold the ball up.
And they lose it. Foresters with just about 2 minutes to play in the fourth have an opportunity, trailing 47-39. Cordy up with the shot. Oh, it rims out. A little bit too much English on it. And a foul called on the Foresters.
Well, when things aren't going your way, those don't fall. But when things are going your way, they always fall. And that's the difference, boy.
He got that rebound and the putback, but it just had a lot of English on it.
Well, he had Bradley up in the air. If he was able to get into him a little bit, that could have been a foul and a three-point play.
That is the second personal on Matt Nevins, 10th team foul. As Bradley is back on the stripe with Mountain View leading 48-39. Second shot goes into the hands of Nevins. Here he comes. It is DeLucy. Needs help. And the Foresters need points quickly. Pull up by Nevins.
It's short again.
Cordy with the rebound. He'll try to kick it back outside. DeLucy with the save. Good job by DeLucy. DeLucy, little underhand scoop, and Cordy will get called for the foul.
I guess he wanted that rebound, didn't he? That's just an aggressive play. There's no harm.
Just good hustle.
Just good hustle. Good hard going after the basketball. I would compliment my kid for that. There was nothing that he tried to hurt anybody with there. He just looking for the basketball.
As both teams walk the length of the court, 48-39, and Derek Bradley back on the stripe. Nothing but net for Bradley, and the lead is 10. Two in a row for Derek Bradley, and it's 50-39 Mountain View.
And he's only a junior. He's coming back. That's a big plus for Mountain View.
Nevins DeLucy will launch the three. Good save. And a reach in with 1:19 remaining here in the fourth. Vince DeLucy, whistle for the personal, his third. And Brett Crowley, a 53% free throw shooter and the 6-foot junior on the free throw line for the Mountain View Eagles. So they are 1 minute and 19 seconds away from duplicating their first half record of 2 wins and 4 losses. 51-39, Mountain View. Crowley hits 2. 52-39. Now Nevins. And from the baseline, shot is off the mark by Darren Camp. Schermerhorn will work it across midcourt. And we have exactly 1 minute remaining here in the fourth. Glad you joined us today for high school basketball here at the Julius Przalski Gym and all season here on Channel 7 as DeLucy will commit the personal foul. That will stop the clock with 50 seconds to play. Really had a lot of fun, Glenn, bringing everyone the games here on Channel 7.
Steve, it's just amazing how quickly this season goes.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Well,
right?
I guess that's a good way to put it. It's enjoyable, that's for sure. And
Schermerhorn with the free throw, 53-39. Thanks to Nick Homick for all of the great job all of the great work he does here on the games on Channel 7.
You know, and everybody else goes home. Nick has to go back to the shop and put this all together and get it ready for the Saturday or the Tuesday, whatever they come out.
54-39. Yeah, Nick goes back to the studio, puts up the graphics. He does all that great work, all of the editing. So, Nick, thank you so much for your efforts this season. Sure did go by quickly. And I was talking to Nick before the last broadcast, and I said, hey, Nick, how about the football schedule? And, boy, I got that football schedule, I think, quickly in my email. So
well, you know, it's just a reverse of last year's home and away. So, you know, before you know that, you know what I like about, as I said, about this time of the year, Steve, the playoff games, and they're all usually pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting stuff. Abington looks good. Prep looks good. Scranton a little down this year. Mid-Valley looks good. Of course, Holy Cross looks good. And then you got Old Forge, who continues to do things in the single A. So you got a lot of teams doing a lot of good things. But soon after those playoffs start, the grass starts turning green and the warm weather comes.
And the golf clubs come out.
Well,
right?
Yeah, they do. And I hope to play a little bit more than I did last year. That's for sure.
Well, good luck with golf this year. And 54-39, Mountain View. Brandon Haum with the second free throw shot. This one rims out.
But I will say, I like Mountain View, what they have coming back, and as Coach says, they're learning, getting better. And Forest City with the addition of Noah Fedak and a couple of these younger kids getting more experience. these two teams are going to be okay in this short future of theirs. They're going to do fine.
And that is going to do it as Mountain View will win it over Forest City 54-39. Congratulations to the Mountain View Eagles and head coach Dave Bell as they improve their overall mark to 7 wins and 15 losses. They wrap up the second half with a record of 2 wins and 4 losses. Good luck to Mike Latrella and the Forest City Foresters as the playoffs this year, an open tournament, so Mountain View and the Foresters will go to the playoffs. So good luck to both teams along the road in the playoffs. We're going to go to a quick break and come back with the wrap-up here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Here's Glenn and Steve with more Channel 7 High School Basketball.
Well, it's Mountain View, a 54-39 winner over the Forest City Foresters. And as the band plays, Glenn, that is going to wrap it up for another season
this
of
must
high
be our
school
swan
basketball.
song.
Every year when we're up here for the final game, the Forester Band is playing as we go off the air. So we just like to say it certainly has been a lot of fun. Our pleasure to bring you all of the games here on Channel 7. And a reminder, stay tuned to Channel 7 and, of course, the Adams Cable website. And you'll see the football schedule coming up. That's more along the lines of Memorial Day or around 4th of July. So
don't rush it.
No, we won't rush it, but it comes very, very quickly.
Oh, it certainly does. And Steve, again, it's a pleasure broadcasting with you and Nick, and it certainly makes the winter go by pretty quick.
Sure does, and it was a lot more fun coming here tonight when it was 35 degrees instead of 5.
That's you're absolutely correct.
So thank you very much for joining us all season long. Till next time, I'm Steve Young for Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick. So long from the Julius Brzezelski Gym.
Today's season finale of Adams Cable High School Basketball between the Mountain View Eagles and the Forest City Foresters was brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Carbondale, by Main Street Sunoco, Carbondale, Big Lomini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929, by Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street Childs, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Construction, Carbondale. By your Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Carbondale. Your starting lineups are brought to you by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. Thank you for making this another great season of high school basketball. And join us again in the fall for the kickoff of Adams Cable High School football here on Channel 7.